Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Dee. So today we are doing my May TBR and we are going to be playing my game for the second time. Hopefully it goes a little better this time. I know the lighting was off before. I think I made that a little better. I don't know. It's a work in progress while I figure out the best angles and everything to film it. The lighting in here is wonky, but hopefully it'll be better this time and that you guys can bear with me. As far as April's reads go, I won't really talk about them because I'm going to do a wrap up, but I am in the middle of the last book that I need to read off of my TBR, and there's still a few days left in the month, so I should be able to finish that. And I've actually also read a few extra books, so I feel pretty good about the month of April. Let's see what May has in store for me. We'll go to the rolls. Okay guys, so we have our board set up here. Hopefully the lighting's a little bit better. I'm on the floor in front of a window, but of course it's overcast and gloomy and rainy, so I won't really know until I go to edit. But just a reminder of what these all are. These are hard prompts, cover specific, genre specific, general, and titles and authors. And we're moving our squishy little dino from start to end. We're rolling a d12 to get there. However many rolls it takes is how many books I will be reading. When we get to the end space, either if we land on it or past it, we will use whatever this is. So today that is a genre prompt. So, roll number 1. Is a 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. General prompt. And that is Book of the Month. Okay, so as you guys hopefully just saw, my first roll was a 9 and I landed on a general prompt, and that was Book of the Month. And for that one, I am going with The Stranger Upstairs by Lisa M. Matlin, I believe. Yes. We are following a writer, therapist, author who decides to buy a house where a murder was committed and renovate it. And she has these high hopes and dreams for the house, but things start going wrong and her personal life kind of takes a hit as well. It's a pretty short book, so hopefully it'll be a quick read. Roll number 2 is a 2. 1, 2, titles and authors, 4 or more words in the title. Okay, and roll number 2, I landed on a titles and author prompt. And for this one, it was 4 or more words in a title. And so I'm going with Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone by Benjamin Stevenson. This is a narrated story about someone who has killed someone. We're trying to figure out who that was. And everyone in this person's family has actually committed murder as well. It sounds like a good time. I've heard a lot about it here on BookTube. And I know there's a sequel out now too, so I'll see how I feel about this first one. And this book will actually fulfill several things. It'll fill this prompt. Buzzwordathon is also, for May, is a book with every in the title, so that'll work. And then A Year in Aeldia, I needed a book that has multiple L's in the title, and so there are 3, I believe. Counting is hard. There's 3 in this title, so it'll work for multiple things. Roll number 3 is another 2. 1, 2, and that is titles and authors again. Author uses a pseudonym. And roll number 3, I got another 2, and this was also a title and author prompt. And for this one, it was an author that uses a pseudonym. So I'm going with The Twisted Ones by T. King Fisher. This is a story about kind of eldritch creatures. I'm using it in place for our fantasy bingo space. So I am excited to get to this one. I really enjoy T. King Fisher's writing. And in this one, our main character is cleaning out her grandparents' house and finds journals or diaries or something like that about these creatures, and she thinks they were just losing their minds until she starts seeing them as well. So it does sound really good. Like I said, I enjoy this author's writing, and this is a pseudonym. Her real name is Ursula something. I completely lost it. I'll put it on the screen when I look it up. Rule number 3 is an 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That is a general prompt. And that is an indie book. Okay, and roll number 4, I got an 11, which was a general prompt, and that was for an indie book. And for this one, I'm actually really excited about this one, although it is a big task. And I'm going with Pandemic by A.G. Riddle. It is a very chunky book. Yeah, like 650 pages. I have read several books from this author, and I always really, really enjoy them. They are sci-fi with elements of horror, and I think what makes them extra creepy is that they are so realistic and they hit close to home. In this one, I believe we are following a pandemic Ebola type outbreak that happens in Kenya, and that's about all I know. Like I said, I've read several books from this author and I always enjoy them, and this is the first of a duology. And I was lucky enough to find these in a secondhand shop, and I am so excited to get back into this writing. Rule number 5 is a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Titles and authors again. That is a debut novel. And roll number 5, I got a 7, and this was another title and author prompt, and this was for a debut novel. And for this one, I'm going with Assistant to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Mayer. This is her debut novel. I believe this is part of a trilogy. I could be mistaken. I think this is book 1 of a trilogy. And we are following Evie, who gets a job offer from a villain. And apparently it is a romance story as well. I didn't realize that until later. So I think she starts to fall for the villain. It sounds like a lighthearted good time, which I kind of need after some of the heavier books that I have put on the list. Rule number 6 is another 7. Good thing I don't have a rule about double numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is a genre prompt, thriller or mystery. And roll number 6, I got another 7. I'm glad I don't have a punishment in place right now for like rolling double, like the same number more than once. That might come into play later. I thought about it, but not right now. But this gave me a genre prompt, and that was for a thriller or a mystery. And I'm going to go with The Whisper Man by Alex North. I've had this on my shelves forever, but this is a mystery thriller, and we are following a dad and his son who are trying to kind of start over, and they move to a new town, and this town has a past history with a serial killer who they called the Whisper Man, and it looks like he's possibly back in town. So this sounds like a really good book. Like I said, I've had it on my shelves for forever. I don't know why I haven't picked this up, but I'm doing it now. Roll number 7 is a 9. So that'll take us to the end. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll do genre again, and that is horror. And my final roll was a 9, which was past our in space, so we just used the in space prompt, which was genre, which got me to horror. And for this one, I'm going to go with Dead Silence by S.A. Barnes. This is a space horror that I've heard great things about, most recently from Mel at Lenor Reads. She was kind of raving about this book, and so it's just at the front of my mind, and I wanted to pick it up. This is definitely a thriller mystery heavy TBR, but I am super excited to add this to the list. And the only book that I could not work into my TBR somehow was my book club read. This is for a book club that I am doing in person. And we meet kind of in the middle of the month, so I usually have to get this done pretty quickly. And this month it is Demon Copperhead by Barbara Kingsolver. This is a coming of age type story. That's about all I know. I intended to start this already. It is on loan from the library and I do have to get it back. But I've had so much fun reading everything else that's been in front of me and I need to get to this. It is a long book, but hopefully I'll be able to work it in with everything else. So this is my TBR for May. It's a little heftier than last month, but I'm really excited for everything that's on here. But wish me luck with this, and I don't know, hopefully I can figure out some days and times to do maybe reading vlogs through some of these, but I will have to figure that out on another day. And if you've made it this far in the video, as always, thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I appreciate you giving my channel a chance and letting me work through the kinks of starting a new channel. If you've read any of these or plan to, let me know down in the comments and we can talk about it. I'm really excited for everything that's on here. Like I said, I'm going to have to prioritize my reading time a little better, be a little less go with the flow this month, I think, just because it's so much. But I'm really excited, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.